Hey guys, I just made my video showing you celebration stuff, and I have been working on this, and this is the Give It a Whirl dies. You can see it on page 163 in the annual catalog. This is it right here. I've made a few cards with it. I showed you this one on that one. I showed you this too. This is the one I made. It's really one of my favorite cards that I've ever made. I had so much fun making it. And here's one of the original ones I made with it. This I did the moon stamp. I'll have to tell you in a minute what stamp set that is, but just the words of moon where it moves around. So you could do lots of different things with this. I'm going to first show you all the things that Give It a Whirl and different things that I did to make it easier to use. And then we'll start making one. I don't know if I'm going to remake this one. I might, but I might try to do a holiday card with it instead. So over to the side. Once I die cut this out, this paper right here, which is the thing that spins around, what I do is I die cut that, and then I take all of these and I do it on there. So here's the hearts, here's that part. I don't even know what you call that. It's almost like a pie shape, I guess. Here's the rectangle. I only do one on those because if you're doing it each one, it's gonna kind of cut each one out a little bit. You're not gonna see it the whole time when it's coming through. So anyway, so that's why I only did one of those on that. Here's the circles. So I'll show you when we start making a card why I do this. That way I can line it up on here and then know where to stamp my stuff. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I decided I am going to use the Be Jolly. That's from the new mini catalog. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Here it is. It's on page 29, right here. So, like I said, when you, okay, here it is. I went through and I can get him in that, I can get him in that, and I can do the Be Jolly in there too. So I'm gonna use this one. This one will work too, but you use his hands, which I like that part, so I'm gonna do this one. Okay. The paper that I'm going to use was in the mini catalog last year, and they brought it back. It's right here. It's on page 57. It is the Heartwarming Hugs. So here's this. I liked this. Like I said in other videos, I love polka dots, so that's what we're going to use for this part. Okay. Move this off to the side. For this one, which is one of my favorite cards I've ever made, I use the From All of Us stamp set, and everything on here is from that. I use them, obviously the bear and his friends, the trees, and then the happy birthday, we think you're the best, and From All of Us. So all of that came from this one. Okay, so let me move my die cut machine over, put this on. We are using this. I cut this one 4 by 5.5 because again, if you look at this, I have the dimensions on it. It's 5 1/4 by 3 3/16. Just want to make sure. I'm hoping you can see this. Let's see, maybe like that. It's a little better. The line where the line of dots are, just make sure those are the same. Not that it's a huge deal. And I gotta find the other. Well, I got a few. So. Okay. Okay. And you can see when it die cuts it, it gets you that little notch right there, and there's a little hole right there because you need to have something so that this will go around, and I'll show you how I do that. If you, like, I glued this on top of it on the little hole. On this one I put a star over it, and this one I put a tree over it, but there's the hole right there. I need to glue that down a little better. You don't have to glue that on, you could have something there, but for so far that's what I want, is I don't want the dot there for, you know, for that kind of reason. And so next we're going to die cut this right here, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Oops. Okay. My youngest kid came downstairs and had a question for me. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I'm trying to look at my phone, but I can't really. Let's see. You can see it gives you the dents in there, so you can see where the things are going. Like, it only works for this. It only shows this shape, but that's what's going to show up if you use this. This is where it's all going to show up. Okay. So, all right. The next thing we want to do is you want to die cut this out of this paper. Obviously, you need a window. It makes it easy because it's got the little hole there, so you know where to line it up. Sorry, still, like I said, I got a new thing to hold my phone while I make these videos, so okay, so we got it lined up there. Okay, I think we're done with the big, not the big shot, it's not a big shot anymore. I think we're done with the machine for now. Okay, so there we go. And then when you line up the hole, you can see, and this comes out to here. And I'll show you after I stamp everything and get it all lined up and everything, I will show you how that works. Okay. Sometimes you look at it and you're like, is that right? It is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to, I've already lost so many of my things. Oh, here they are. I've already stamped this, and the little bird. And in my paper, this paper from last year, I found this little star that I had already die cut. So I'm gonna try and use that a little bit, see, because, let's see. It's one thing to cover up that little hole. I already stamped these, and I mentioned I have a brother machine, so I cut those with my brother machine, but they are really, really easy to fussy cut too. This is, I mean, I've never made this card before, so doing this with y'all, I'm deciding on everything. Well, we'll figure all that out. I do all this and put it all together, and then I start putting everything down, just making sure I like it, even if I didn't use the star. Once I have to color these, obviously. Be cute, I don't know. Kind of like the star behind it, but I can't really cover up that little dot. Well, we'll figure that out. What I really want to show you is doing this and the easy way to do it. you can, what you can do, let me get my pencil. You can put this on the top. I know it's probably hard for you to see, but I can see the lines. And I just do like a, slight line there that I can erase just to make sure that I'm stamping in the right. Okay. Okay. So there, I got that on there. I don't typically do that, but if you're just now starting this and stuff, I think that's a good way to okay. It's a little inside the line on some of them, but it doesn't really matter if you get it completely straight or not, because it doesn't just stop at a certain place, you know, it goes all the way around, you know, you can keep spinning it all the way around. Like on this one, my Very Merry part, these were okay. This one, little crooked, little not, sorry, I don't even know if you can see that, not centered, but you can go like that and then it's center. So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so we're gonna do both the Santa Claus and the Be Jolly. Let me get some blocks for that. Let's see if he'll fit. He does fit on these. Okay, so okay. And because these are so big, obviously if you stamp it on here, it's gonna, if you ink up the whole thing, it's gonna be all over everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the same die I used to make this. These are Post-it notes that are completely sticky, all on the whole thing. And I use this a lot of time for masking. It is sticky everywhere. So I'm gonna do 2 of these so I can cover up the other ones. Probably can't see it, but and then you can, I'll bring this over and you can see, I just die cut it on here and this whole thing sticks to the plate. So let's see if I can, hopefully I can get this all out of one. Ah, I can't. Okay, so to use these, what I do those for is to, obviously to cover up, see if, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm gonna put them like that on each side of one, because when I stamp, I don't want it showing up in the middle or on the other window parts. So start with this guy. Again, when I do this, okay, we can see his hat. This one we won't see his hat, but we'll see his hands. So just when you ink it up, you don't want to ink up the whole thing, obviously, because it's not all gonna show up in there. All right. Okay, see, and then all is okay. Spin it this way, so we will. You gotta figure you're spinning it right. So when it goes like this, if you're starting with him, what you want next. Okay, need to clean him. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Be Jolly, because I want it to be like that Santa, then Be Jolly, and then showing the jollier Santa Claus. This one, you know, I didn't even need to stick down those sticky things because this fits right in there. It won't go in the other parts. Oh, dang it. Look at that. All right, well, I'm gonna think of something to clean that up. And I just stamped that on. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll put like a little rhinestone or something over that to cover that up. Okay. Now this one, you are gonna see his hands, not his hat. It's just like his face and a little bit of his beard. Okay. So I want him like that so that you get his hands in there. Okay. All right. Let me clean these off and then we'll start coloring. Okay, so you can see I've got my blends out here and I'm just gonna start coloring everything. I'm undecided about some of them, so I mean, obviously I know what Santa's gonna look like. I made a video on using the blends for skin colors, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Get his ears. So I'm doing light petal pink, and then I'm going to do light crumb cake on top. Okay. If you look through my videos, you can find the one that I did this on, and I have this on my website under the charts where you can print this blank, and then you can use your blends to color them. I start with this one all the way and then do these on top of it. So, I mean, there's a million different ways you can make him any color you want. As you can see, there's just lots of options. Okay, you know what I like to do? I'm looking at it and I'm just not coming up with any ideas like on how to color them, so I like to look in the catalog and see if I see how they did it. Here, there was just one card showing them, so All right, we got real red. I say we use the dark one. And then his okay. And then obviously the rest is white, so there's not, since you're doing it on white, it stands out. It's got obviously the black outline, it stands out. Santa's really only, you know, a couple of colors. This I also got out, I have Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, so we'll start with that. Okay guys, I finished coloring everything. I used the ones I was telling you about. One that I did add was Granny Apple Green. Green is green, so they always can go together. It doesn't have to be the same green on everything or, you know, anything like that. So here you go. On this, because remember I got that little line from Stamping Be Jolly, I just added some stars. They're also from the stamp set, but I added the stars and then colored them in. I colored the stars and the bow here and the little bird. I used this one, which is bronze. It comes with ivory. It's a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how we start this up. Let me get... Okay, so I'm going to use Real Red for the background. What I did was I have a circle here. If you have punches that are circles, or you could even, like what I did with another one, if you can try and pick this up. This one, take the circle that comes out of it, you can use it. But what I do is I put it behind that. You're not going to see it or anything. And then I'm just using this and I make a hole in that, okay? Then you've got these round and square brads that Stampin' Up! Now sells, and they are meant for this. I just took out a little one, a little white circle. What you do, put it through this, and put it through, shouldn't have pushed them apart like that. Put it through that, and then you open it up, but don't put it down tight. Just leave a little, it's nice to have the circle because it makes it go around easier, if you get what I mean. Okay, then we get some dimensionals. And I just do 1, 2 on here. Okay. And what you do is you line it up. See if you can make sure you can see it. I'm lining it up so you can see the brad through that circle. See it? And you just hold it like this. There's no adhesive on anything else yet. And I'm gonna put it, let me scooch it in if I can. Sorry if you hear all that noise. My youngest son just had some friends come over, and his room is right above here. Teenagers. Okay, so then you push down, okay? Then that's the thing that's on there now. And I drew a little spot over there too. Sounds like something's crashing through my, I did a little thing there with my pencil just to show me where the corner to go, just to help me, because you're trying to put this down where it needs to go, but not glue this down yet. Okay, with dimensionals, you don't have to use a whole bunch for this, because you don't want any dimensionals hitting this or it will not spin. Okay. So that's all I do. Sometimes I may put one up there, but I don't think I have yet, because I just don't want it to be too close to that. Okay. Again, using the brad, you see it there. Okay. Okay. So there we go for that. And then down here, I kind of set these out and I'll glue those down. I'm going to decide exactly how I want to do it, but the important thing of this was to show you how to assemble this. It's pretty easy. I mean, it's, you know, it's not super hard. And I learned this from other demonstrators and stuff, because like I told you, when I first got it, all I really wanted was the cloud dies. I didn't care about the other thing, but I started using this and it's one of my favorite things. So I will assemble this and then I'll show you a picture of it at the end. And if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.